Healthy hair begins with understanding what your hair is made of. Healthy hair begins with understanding what your hair is made of. In this video, we'll break down the composition of natural hair, explaining its structure, why it behaves the way it does, and how this knowledge directly imparts your hair care routine. As a matter of fact, by the time I started to take care of my hair and started to do what I'm doing right now, I never knew the composition of my hair. And honestly, if I knew the composition earlier enough, maybe I would have started taking care of my hair earlier than when I started. You know, as a science student growing up and studying a whole lot of things in science, I never at any time paid attention to my hair, because you know science is very wide. You needed to pick a particular field in science and then start to study. So hair was a secondary thing. I never even thought of hair as. But by the time I started to pay close attention to my body generally, and then entering into my hair and so many other parts of the human body, I started to see how it is that my hair was very important. Now let's move on. Then you begin to see why it is that the hair is very, very important, because of what it's made up of or made of. Now, if you've been struggling with dryness, breakage, or slow growth, the solution may not be more product, but a better understanding of your hair. Learn how to handle your hair with care based on its true nature. Now let's look at it. Now, to properly care for your hair, you must first understand it. Okay, many people focus on products and styles, but overlook one fundamental truth. Healthy hair begins with knowledge. Honestly, if to say I know waiting my hair, waiting God take do my hair, I probably would have started taking care of my hair early enough. But thank God it was not too late for me, because I started this whole thing when I was 35 or thereabout, and I'm in my mid-40s now. If I show you my hair, because of course I wouldn't be talking about hair if I no get. So because tell me how I should be teaching about hair when I don't have one. But the beauty of this whole thing is I started early as 35. In my mid-40s right now, I still have my hair. Not only that, I have my hair is still dark. You can hardly see any whites. You can hardly see grain. I'm telling you, you can hardly see it, because by the time I knew what the hair is made of, almost. So healthy hair begins with knowledge. When you do not understand your hair composition, you are essentially guessing your way through your routine, and that often leads to dryness, breakage, and slow or stagnant growth. Now let's look at hair composition. The hair strand structure. Each strand of hair is made up of three main layers. The cuticle, the cortex, and in some cases the medulla. The cuticle, the cortex, and in some cases the medulla. The cuticle is the outer layer. It protects the hair. The cortex is the inner structure. It gives your hair strength, elasticity, and texture. When these layers are compromised, your hair becomes weak and prone to damage. Now, number 2, why moisture matters. Your hair thrives on moisture, but here is the key. Moisture is not oil. Moisture comes from water. Without proper hydration, the hair loses flexibility and becomes brittle. That's number 2. Number 3, protein and strength. I hope you're listening. The hair is primarily made up of a protein called keratin. By the time I hear say the hair, as a matter of fact, over 90% of your hair na protein. Over 90%. And that protein is called keratin. I was like, really? My hair is made of protein? Wow. This is what gives your hair its strength. When your hair lacks protein, it becomes weak and breaks easily. However, balance is important. Too much protein can also make the hair stiff. Number 4, this is the balance now between moisture and protein. The balance between moisture and protein. Healthy hair exists in a balance between moisture and protein. Too much moisture without strength leads to weak hair. Too much protein without moisture leads to dryness. Understanding this balance is essential for proper care. Now, how to handle your hair properly. Now that you know what your hair is made of, let's now see how it is that we handle the hair. Number 1, be gentle with your hair. Be gentle with your hair. Handle your hair with care. Avoid excessive pulling, tight styling, and rough detangling. 2, keep it hydrated. Maintain consistent moisture. Hydrated hair is more flexible and less prone to breakage. 3, use the right treatments. Choose treatments that nourish your hair, not just style it. Focus on products that support both moisture and strength. 4, protect your hair. Reduce stress on your hair. Protective styling and low manipulation help preserve the integrity of your strands. Now, in closing, when you understand your hair composition, you stop guessing. You stop overloading products. You start making informed decisions. This is the difference between struggling with your hair and mastering it. Did you see that? This is the difference between struggling with your hair and mastering it. Now, this explanation are just small about the hair. So knowing fully well that the hair is made of protein or made up of protein, it becomes very easy now for you to know that anytime we they apply chemical on top that thing, it go just be like say they fry them, because that's what it means. Anytime you apply harsh products like shampoos, like chemicals, like dyes, you they fry the hair, because by the time you're applying all those things, you are killing the protein that the hair is made up of. That's what you're doing. You're killing it. And by the time you are killing it, what happens? Everything is gone. You naturally denatured the protein within inside your hair. That's what you did. I wouldn't say even naturally. You artificially denatured the protein that you have. And then not that you just do it once and then go back to keeping your hair, but this is what some people have been doing over the years. And my younger ones that are girls and my mom, they're all guilty of all these things. You know why? We're ignorant. We're ignorant. We look at our hair and say the hair is hard, I need to relax it, and then we put chemical. And this chemical we've been putting, I cannot even remember when last my mom or my younger ones that are girls actually left their hair, left it for it to just go there and be natural. I can't remember when last. You know that idea where you say, my hair don't do, and then they go to the salon and do what? They apply relaxer. No, you say they kill the hair. So you can imagine over 20, you started this thing maybe when you were in your 20s. In your 30s, you see they fry the hair. In your 40s, by the time we don't enter 40, they lose the hair. Because the hair even try to even stay up until that time. Because you've been frying that hair. You've been frying it all along. That's why you see once you relax your hair, after some time it starts to get this brownish color, right? Yes, it starts to get this brownish color, because at that point you don't fry the hair, you don't lose that keratin way on top, and then it's trying to rejuvenate itself. And by the way, you are not taking care of no oil application, no hydration, no on top the hair where you don't fry, you can't go again, go braid down. That's what we do. This is ignorant at the highest order, and this is what we do all our lives. And then by the time you are in your 40s, now I've not even talked about us being deficient in some food we will not the chop. This is topical now, outside. And then you now get to your 40s, you are complaining that your hair is pulling. Why would it not pull? Because this garbage in, garbage out is law of cause and effect. There's no amount of prayer that can save you when you start to lose the hair. Okay, there's no amount of prayer. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, having said all this, let us I don't make this thing too long. Subscribe to Inodudu Natural Hair Gallery for more in-depth guidance on caring for your natural hair the right way. Here at Inodudu, ladies and gentlemen, is about natural hair. We're not do synthetic hair here. It's natural, because I've seen the importance of you keeping your natural hair. It goes a long way to help you, even the way you think, your look, so many things that people are not even aware of. As a matter of fact, people are not even aware of the fact that your hair is an extension of your nervous system. People are not aware of that. That's another thing for another day that we'll talk about. So that's what Inodudu Natural Hair Gallery is all about. Naturals, everything natural, where we'll teach, give you the knowledge about your hair, how to nourish it, how to protect it, how to maintain it, so that the hair too will help you to be a better person in terms of looking good and thinking good. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one, because healthy hair is not accidental. No, it is intentional, ladies and gentlemen. All right, having said that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Take care of yourself. Bye.